welcome to We're Live. Mega, 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 mega. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love, shout out to everyone. Magandang umaga, tanghali, gabi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and kombangwa to everyone. O, diba? Andyan na si Shirley. O, thank you, thank you, thank you. And syempre kay BFF. Samantha M. And syempre to my admin, mega mega love shout out mga BIDA. And syempre as usual, BG ako at work mode. I know and support, thank you for that. Kahit may work support pa din. O diba? Miss ko na chumika. Trulala. O diba? So tonight, this live stream, we're going to talk about boundaries, diba? Ano ba ibig sabihin ng boundaries sa inyo, guys? We're not talking about boundaries sa tricycle, guys, ha? Hindi yun yung pinag-uusapan natin. Ayan. Just to be clear, and of course, if you are new to this channel, this is a multilingual live stream. We talk about different topics. We talk about being healthy, being better, a personal development, a life journey channel. And if you have any rants, stresses today, tonight, this Saturday, every Saturday is going to be your day. Let's start talking about it. O, diba? Ayun. Alas 10 pa ata magkakakuryente dun sa kanila. Ayun. And syempre, regards nyo lang ako kay Sisi Koy. Ayan, o, diba? Kaya yun guys, ganon. So pag-usapan natin, we're gonna try to find, and again tonight it's gonna be a different one because we're going to find something on the internet, on social media, ayan, of things that they talked about, what boundaries are for them, and let's try to react on different parts and let's start a discussion from there. It's like, what do you think of, setting up boundaries for yourself? Is it good? Is it bad? How does it affect your everyday life? How does it affect your relationships to other people? Not just, in a love relationship, but also with your family, friends, coworkers, just about everyone. Because I think boundaries should be set and not everyone can actually do it. Not everyone have a, easy thing to do, to say no to stuff. And we also talked about that too, saying no, because it's hard to say no. So if you want to watch and check it out, the discussion that we talk about, cannot say no, please do check that out as well. And of course to Sherval Ayala, thank you Sherval. Hindi ka nakakalimot, Sherval. Good evening po, host. Good evening din sa iyo. Kumusta ang gala? Ayan. Mahilig kang gumala. Kumusta ang kalye sa Pilipinas? O, diba? Ganun pa rin ba ka-traffic? O, diba? Konnichiwa, people. Happy life. Ayan. So, if also you want to kind of just watch or street watch around Philippines, please do check out Sherval Ayala. He does a lot of things like that. And hi there, of course, to Felipe G. Mega, 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 mwah, mwah, mwah. Love shout out to you, Felipe. Ayan. And to everyone, wave, wave, wave. Ayan. So we're gonna try to figure these things out. Hopefully, as time and as live stream after live stream, I can do better doing this kind of live react or stuff like that. But if you also have anything that you've watched and you think it could be a great start of a conversation, please do send me the links, on my social media. You can all see that in the description box down below. Nice to meet you, everyone, and hug, hug, hug. O, diba? Ayan. Thank you, Sherval. Ayan, maulan ba sa Pilipinas, guys? It's raining in Japan. It's gonna be like a whole week of rain. And you know what? April, May, it's actually, we do had, an early Sakura. O, diba? Naging American accent. Sakura. No, we did had an early blossoming. Can you say blossoming? It's, a new blossom thing. It's early this year. So I feel sorry for all the tourists that would come here just to see Sakura because it's already out there, And I've had so much allergy you can actually notice, my eyes are kind of like watering because, it's really, really itchy. Ganon. So, you guys, do you have allergy? I don't know if you have allergy. Here is so hot. It's summertime here. Oh, diba? It's always summertime in the Philippines. I think there's only two seasons in the Philippines. Summertime and no, just one. Because I don't think you can count rainy as season. But they say it's rainy season. Diba? Ayan. How I wish it's summer. Actually, in Japan, it's very, very nice. Before, back in the day, back in the day, I feel like it's almost like we do have a good summer for like 3 months. I feel like because sometimes it's like even November till November, it's still kind of hot. It's like you can still wear a t-shirt outside. But lately, I feel like it's getting shorter and shorter. So like the pandemic, I think we only have like at least 2 months of summer. And I don't think the July is summer because it's so rainy. It's like rainy season. And then September, it's like typhoon season. So if you want to go to Japan, oh my god, don't go to September because it's like our typhoon season. September, October. And admin, I'm well, but I'm very tired. How are you? Why are you tired, Felipe? You know, I like this one too as well. Speaking of tired, I feel like, and even me, I do this. Like, I do this when I hear this. Like people would always tell you they're tired. I do that too. Like, I'm just tired. But sometimes I feel like when you say something like when you're tired, because we constantly say we're tired, but it's almost like there's a line where you're saying it because you want some help. Ayan. Ayan. Thank you, admin. Ayan, ganon. Ayan. And of course, guys, sa mga tao dyan sa baba, ayan, kung hindi ko man kayo yung normal na nagagawa, andyan yung admin ko, kausapin niyo yung admin ko, siya bahala sa inyo. Ganon. Yan yung trabaho niya dyan, guys. But, that's what I'm saying. So, speaking of tired, sometimes I feel like when you're just being tired is normal. Like, it's very, very normal. It's like if you exert any effort at all, you're gonna get tired. It just depends on mental, physical, and stuff like that. But I feel like sometimes, like, there are people who would say they're tired constantly. Like, constantly. I hope I'm not like that. And if I do, and if you're the people that I tell you that I'm tired, I'm sorry, guys. But I feel like, sometimes you just want to say it because once you say it, it's gone. It's just that. But there are people who seem to also like understand it as if you need their advice or you need their like, well, this and this and that. It's just like, well, this is just a conversation. I'm just tired. You know what I'm saying, guys? Just let me know. If you don't understand what I'm saying, bala kayo dyan. Ganon. But we're gonna try this. Ayan. What your work, Sir Felipe? I know. You know what, Felipe? Admin is very, 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 very private. Oh, diba? She asked super private questions. Sabi, lapit na birthday mo, admin. I know. Oh, diba? May nakaalala, guys. Guys, do you remember last year? It's admin day. We're gonna have it very, very soon again because it's gonna be admin's birthday. So if you are part of this community and you always see her, on the live chat, please let her know. We're probably going to have an admin day on April 10th. It's not fixed yet. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe so you can see my post, a community post, like super, extravaganza announcement. Extravaganza announcement. But you know, that's kind of like in the working process, but we're going to have an admin day again. So if you like to extend your appreciation and gratitude for admin, set that date because you can show her how much you thank her, like trying to entertain you when I, be talkative in front of the camera, guys. Ayan. Yes, madam, my birthday is coming. Diba? From admin, you guys. So, guys, so if you just want to, ayan. Brad Glass, so hi. How are you? I've seen you post something today. Shorts. That's cool. And hello, 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 hello to everyone. Ayan, from Brett Glasso. So, ano na guys? Shot puno ba tayo? Tougher Adventure! Welcome, welcome. Hi, Idol. And of course, speaking of our Mr. January and Mr. February, you guys. Ayan, Topper is in the house if you want to. He's also like an up-and-comer, ayan, YouTuber. Diba? He's going to show you the Filipino life in the Philippines. So if you're interested in that, everyday life of being a Filipino in the Philippines, check him out. Topher Adventure. And he's also like coming up. Yeah, and let's see if he'll going to be again going to do our March entry. So please, wait for that as well. And of course, time check, mosh mosh. Diba? Tres Morales. Kuya Tres. Mega, 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 mega. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love shout out. Thank you, Kuya Tres. And Kuya Roberto TV. Oh, thank you, guys. Kumusta? It's been a while, diba? Ang tagal nating di nagkikita, Kuya Roberto. But now, noted na kita again, diba? Thank you. I'm pretty good. Oh, that's nice to hear. Oh. And of course, how are you, Sino? Brett Glasso, who? Me? Or everyone, diba? How are you guys from Brett Glasso? Admin IC, and thank you to all the people that like this live stream. I do appreciate that, you guys. Ayan, thank you guys. Ayan, kumusta na Kuya Tres? Diba? And of course, Tres Morales is in the house, guys. Also another Filipino, in saan nga ba yun, Kuya Tres? I always mix this, guys. If I even, wag kayo magtatampo pag nakakalimutan ko kung nasan kayong lugar. Because when it comes to geography, it's geography, right? When it comes to geography, I'm really, really, really stupid. I mix UAE, Dubai, the the countries I mixed in my head. So guys, if Kuya Tres, if you want to know life in the Dubai, yes, UAE, ayan, in UAE, guys, and also like you want to kind of like get a glimpse of how to be like how do you call that? Like how to make good coffee. If you're into that, if you're interested in that, please do check out. Tres Morales is in the house as well. So, try to interact with each other, you guys. Ayan. And thank you, Shirley. Diba? Guys, ayan. From admin, guys. Guys, please come on my birthday. Diba? Ayan. Malay nyo, guys, may palaro si admin. Diba? Mayaman yan si admin. Thank you po, Shirley. Diba? Wow naman, Topher. But guys, it's like, when it comes to like, like starting to become a YouTuber, like just enjoy it. Like just really enjoy it. Because I've heard a lot of, like YouTuber that already made it. They always kind of like, at some point, if you are following anyone that are like really a long time YouTuber, sometimes, you would have this repetition on their experiences that there would be times that they really feel that they lost their passion, because of doing too much. So it's not just being a YouTuber, but as well in everyday life, try to kind of like have boundaries within yourself of how much you want to do and how much you have to exert effort on a thing. Because, like burnout is real. Diba? Parang paulit-ulit, ano? Burnout is real. Ganon. Ayan. Share the stream. Bakit ganon? Parang hindi umaandar. Hindi ko tuloy alam kung ilan tayo dito. Ayan. But, yun gayon, guys. Share the stream. Thank you, Brad. I do appreciate that. Ayan. So, boundaries. So, let's get on to the topic. O, diba? After 17 minutes, we're just going to start the topic. And of course, my BFF guys, all of the food, Filipino food, if you want to just kind of like sit back, watch food, how to make it, and listen to music, please do check out Rian's Kitchen at iba pa. And of course, to Kuya Roberto TV. Oh, diba? Thank you guys for being in the house, guys. Check each other, check them all. Ayan. If you watch this on replay, please do check out live chat if you can. Ayan. You can find them in there as well. Ganon. Oh. So, boundaries. Ayan. Have you guys, diba? Seryoso. Parang hindi ko kaya magseryoso. Ayan, okay. Okay, serious guys. So when it comes to boundaries, you guys, I really think in my life, in my lifetime, until now, I don't think everyone actually put boundaries to themselves, because I feel like there's different cultures and backgrounds that takes its place. But I really feel like, when you want peace in your life, if you just want peace and you want balance, you don't want chaos, you don't want toxicity in your life, I think you should really start practicing to set up boundaries, not just for your friends or people you don't know, but as well to the people that you trust. There's always going to be boundaries that you don't cross. But when you say it and you do it is a different thing. And that's kind of like, I feel that a lot of people couldn't get past that doing, in a constant daily life. Ganon. O, diba? Ang seryoso natin, guys. Sa Tagalog, guys. Ano ba sa Tagalog ang boundaries, guys? For English speakers in the house, if you're in here and I started speak Tagalog, if you want it to be translated, please let me know in the live chat and interact with us as well. Join us and stuff like that. Ganon. So, ano nga yun, guys? Ayan. So, ano bang Tagalog sa boundaries, guys? Let's see. What's the Tagalog for boundaries? I don't really limit. Oh, diba? Anong Tagalog? Anong Tagalog sa boundaries? Ayan. Limit. Yung limit Tagalog. Tagalog ba yan? Shirley, ikaw talaga. Ayan. Ano nga sa Tagalog yun? Diba? Ayan. But, that's another thing. Ano nga boundaries? Let's see, guys. Maybe we can find it. Ayan. Tagalog for boundaries. O, diba? Mali pa. Mga hangganan. O, diba? Limitasyon. Ay, Jan Dalvic Vlog. Andito ang ating celebrity. O, diba? Guys, if you also didn't watch, guys, we have a Filipino celebrity look-alike that we featured in our Chikahan one-on-one, and he's in the house right now. So check him out, John Dalvic Vlog TV, guys. If you want to go to paradise, if you want to kind of like go to the Philippines and start to kind of like friend or befriend people that know the place, the island, the very, very, very popular, please check him out. John Dalvic Vlog TV. Ayan, yun na yun, limitasyon. Masyadong Tagalog to si Google eh. Si Google ginawang mga hangganan. O, di ba? Sa Tagalog. English pa din, Madam Shirley. Di ba? Hangganan. Di ba? Nightbot ni Rian. Thank you, BFF. Like and share the stream, everyone. Thank you, Brad. John Dalbeck. Di ba? I love that. Gusto ko yung pangalan talaga nito ni John Dalbeck. John Dalbeck. Di ba? Ang shala. Ayun. Pero, yun, guys. Ang ganda ng ano niya, guys, nung tan. Napanood ko. Sana all may tan. Na ako magpapatan-tan na lang. Parang may tan din ako, diba? Nauuso kasi guys yun, nakita ko. May mga nagme-makeup ngayon guys. Okay guys, this is just girl talk, okay? A little bit of girl talk. I noticed guys, I don't know if in the Philippines or you notice it as well with your girlfriends or women around you, but they do this little thing like they put blush on and then they put blush on top of their nose, so it's kind of like connected. Do you like that? Tinanong kayong lahat. Ayan. Admin, mega love shout out. Diba? From John Dalvik Vlog TV. So, kumusta John Dalvik? JD. Ayan. You can call him JD, guys. Ayan. And of course, to Marnie Patriarca, thank you for such a wonderful 16 months of our relationship. Diba? Thank you for being BIDA. Ayan, Marnie Patriarca, mega mwah, love shout out and thank you to you. Happy 16 months, Ate IC. I know, diba? Nabuntis ka na, nagkaanak ka na, andito pa rin tayo. Diba? Mega love shout out po sa lahat. And to Chang Becky Kang. Thank you, Tom Shake. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you. Gifted 1 Icy Fit membership. What is this? I've never had this before, Felipe. Ayan. Thank you, Felipe G. Always for the support. Ayan. I don't know what's that, but thank you. I do appreciate that, you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you. Ayun. Bakit di siya lumalabas? It's not showing on StreamYard. Ayan. Na demo. What? Oh my God. Why? Hala, Chang, Becky, why? So, guys, so this is public. So, you know, like Becky Kang, right, guys? This is another fellow Filipino YouTuber. Yung Becky Kang mo, Chang Becky, is it? Ano ba yun? Pero pwede kang mag-appeal dyan, diba? You can actually appeal it, I think. Yes po, Becky Kang. Ganun. So guys, this is another thing that I feel like, I don't talk much about YouTube stuff. But I feel like, because this is also a journey that I kind of like go through. Mag-a-appeal pa lang po. Yes, do that. Yes. And very. We will pray for it, guys. So, guys, please do pray for the appeal. Diba? Ganon. Because Becky Kang, another fellow YouTuber, Filipino YouTuber of us, is basically had demonetized channel. So hopefully, it'll be back. Just do that. And also, eto din. So I'm gonna speak a little bit of Tagalog, guys. If you wanna be translated, let me know in the live chat below. But, eto yung mga sinasabi ko, guys. Like, when it comes to boundaries as well, there are certain things that we can and cannot do on YouTube. Ito yung sinasabi ko, guys, diba? Oh, thank you naman, Shirley. Thank you so much. Ayan, dahil dyan sa inyo guys, ayan, to Marnie, to Felipe G, and to Shirley guys. Ayan, this is for you guys. Hopefully, you're not getting used to this, okay? I hope you still like it even now. And thank you to all of you guys. Thank you. So, as I was saying earlier, like when it comes to doing YouTube, there are certain things, and I feel like this has been kind of like a talk around, people, content creator. I don't know if you're, well, as a viewer, you probably don't really think about this, but with us content creators, some people would act like super, there are things you can and cannot do on YouTube. And there are things that I observed that a lot of people does. And because a lot of people do it, you started doing it. But at the same time, you have to understand there are certain rules. That's why there are certain community guidelines. And that is why you have to always be safe. When it comes to like YouTube is a private company, so they can do whatever rules they want, and we just have to abide by it because basically and technically we're just employee of theirs. So hopefully Becky Khan can get his monetized channel back, and we will pray for it, Becky Kang. And to all the content creator out there, if you think it's not safe, just don't do that. But sometimes, ito yung nakakabwisit minsan, di ba? Parehas yung ginagawa yung video, pero yung isa mapa-flag, yung isa hindi. O, di ba? Ang bongga. So, ang payo ko sa inyong lahat, kung gusto nyong gumawa at gumaya sa mga naglalakihang mga YouTuber, pero medyo hindi safe, di ba? Magpalaki muna tayo. Ganun yun, guys. Ayon. So, Marnie, and of course, ayan, the Herman Salva official. Ayan, regards to your husband as well, Marnie Patriarca. Say hi to me and to all the kiddos out there. Thank you for always supporting ICFit. So, let's go back to boundaries, guys, okay? Ayan, 30 minutes. We're 30 minutes in. Time check. Diba? We're still not doing. It's always like a segue of this and segue of that. Ganon. Kumusta po, Ma'am Marnie? Ayan, sabi ni admin. But if you have any questions, you guys, even though it's not our topic, don't worry about it. If you want something to kind of like take out or like rant about, if you have stress, you can always say it, just share your stories anyways. Don't mind the topic. I'll deal with it, okay? Good. Nakakaintindihan tayong lahat. Ganon. And huwag kayong mahiya mag-Tagalog. Ako magta-translate kung gusto nyo mag-Tagalog. And of course, to English speakers as well, if there are Tagalog that you want to be translated, please let me know in the comments down below, or if you're live in the live chat down below. Okay? Good. So ngayon, maghahanap tayo. Ayan. We're going to find something to react on. Ganon. So, what we're going to do the hashtag boundaries, okay? And then we'll start from there. We're gonna peek, of course, together with you guys. I'll make you as well peek for some of this. Ayan, if you want. If you want lang naman, kung ayaw nyo, diwag. O, diba? And then we're going to talk about it. And also, StreamYard actually has a new kind of like way of doing your layout. So I kind of like wanted to try it out. So let's see if I could do it real quick. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Ayun. O, di ba? Ganun pala yung tsura. So this is how it looked like. I'm trying to do like, the StreamYard. They have this new setup. So just kind of like wanted to kind of like try it out maybe. And then let me know if the audio is good, if the audio is bad, or if you can hear it. And if you don't, just let me know, okay, guys? Ayan. So let's start with this one.
It's not to the person who really needs to get it clear. So here's what sounds like a boundary, but it's not to the person who really needs to get it clear. So here's a typical hinted at boundary that doesn't work. Please don't shout at me when I talk to you. I don't like it. That's not a boundary. A boundary is, if you shout at me when we talk, I am leaving the room. That's a boundary. So
Oh, so basically, so did you understand that, guys? So one of the things is like, boundaries is kind of like ultimate in this video. That's how it sounds like. But the thing is, it's kind of true because it's like that's the line, like you don't cross. And if someone cross it and you let them, then that's not a boundary anymore. So there's no excuses really. So at least for me, I don't think I've had in my life like where I had actually put boundaries to people until I kind of like get matured. I didn't use the other word, matured. And then basically I became, like a parent, something that I have to do. And 100% true. Welcome back. Ayan, thank you for coming. And of course, to Madam Lynn's Simple Recipe. Mega, mega, mega love shout out. Thank you guys for coming. Ayan. So, we're talking about boundaries. Ayan, mga hangganan at mga limitasyon ninyo sa buhay ninyo na ginagawa ninyo sa araw-araw. And when I'm talking about boundaries, it's not just for, special occasions. When you talk about boundaries, it means, like everyday, daily life, you have boundaries for every single thing if you think about it. So it's really, really helpful, at least for me. But I don't know if there's anything, if you disagree about this, let me know. Or if you think it's bad, let me know. But I think so far, I think, setting up boundaries is really, really made my life better. So I'm really recommending it to everyone to start trying and kind of like do it. At least try. But if your life is already perfect and if you're happy, you don't have to do anything about it. Just live it. So that's the first one. So let's gonna try another one, you guys. So I like this one. Let's see about this one.
It feels like this relationship.
Ayan. Okay. How about the other? May hangganan ang lahat. Oh, wow! Humuhugot! No, but the thing is, okay. So in the Philippines, we have this, I don't know if you had it in your country, but in the Philippines, we have this saying of like, every nice people, when they reach their point of no return. I don't know if that's an American saying or a Filipino saying, but if they had enough, it's actually harder to piss off someone that who's really really nice because they usually are the ones who don't set boundaries, and everything has its own limit even though you don't put that. And one of the things that I felt like, and that's why I kind of like put boundaries or put a line to everything, is because I don't want to go to a point where I would reach my limit and then everything is off. So I kind of just wanted it to have a line where they don't cross it. So at least they know, the other person know this is the line. Ganon. And mega love, shout out admin ni Icy Fit and miss you. I miss you too. Ayan, diba? Hindi na kita na masyadong napapansin nagla-live or hindi na ako nakakatingin dahil ang grabe ng trabaho ko ka. Diba? Pero I think yung last na napanood ko yung parang nag-hiking ata kayo nun. Madam Lynn. Yes, so true. O, diba? Ayan. So, galitin nyo na ako. Wag lang yung admin ko. Ganon. Ayan. Who's nicer? Me or you, admin? Diba? Ako ba o ikaw? Ayan. It sounds like you're avoiding conflict, I see. No, I think I choose. I choose my conflicts. Another thing. I think that is what I put boundary on myself. O, di ba? Pati sarili ko, may boundary ako sa sarili. Ayan. Even to myself, I put boundaries. And it gets kind of like it's either it's getting more boundaries or, it depends on my life journey kind of thing. But it's not about avoiding conflict. I'm very, very, very confrontational if I want to. But I think it goes to a point where I don't just, if something triggers me or if something pisses me off, is that the saying? I always I always fuck that up. But the thing is, I choose who I kind of like wanted to have conflicts. It's not about who I wanted to, if I win or lose, it's not about that. It's more of like what's more important. If it's kind of like if it does make sense or if it doesn't make sense. Is it a waste of time or it's not a waste of time? So those are the things. It's not avoiding conflict. It's more of like I choose what conflict I wanted to have or like what conflict would I want to put my energy on. More of those. Ganon. Diba? So codependency. I wonder. I just saw the thumbnail. So let's talk. Let's just figure out what is this. And let's see. Do you like the setup earlier, guys? I don't think I do, but let's see. Hmm. Asa na ba tayo, guys? Ayan. Wait lang, guys, Kayo naman. I'm trying to do my best. Ayan, ganun na lang, guys. Ayan. Yes, ganto guys. Ganto na lang yung setup natin. Ayan. By choosing your conflict, aren't you selecting the easier ones to deal with? Well, that's usually what a lot of people would say when I say something like I choose which conflict. But for me, whether you believe it or not, I don't care. For me, it's more of like, how much energy would I want to put in this one? Does it make sense? Is it something that I need to fight about? Is it something that it's really needed? Or it's something like so petty that I don't have to deal with it, Like if it's something like a BS or something like so small and it just becomes super big, I don't really, or like for example having a debate or having an argument with someone that doesn't want to listen or doesn't want to understand, nah, I'm not gonna waste my time doing that. That's what I mean most of the time, or like most of the time, that's what I mean mostly. It's the same thing, right? Anyways, ayan. I hope you hear this, guys. Let me know if you cannot hear this one.
It feels like this relationship is taking up my whole life. Our relationship is supposed to be your number one priority. It is. You're the most important person in my life. But this isn't meant to be our only relationship. When you say that, it's like you don't actually love me. No, that's not it. We've just stopped seeing our friends. We stopped doing the hobbies we used to, and we do everything together. Often we don't even do what we want to do and just follow each other around. And I think that's harming our relationship. I can't believe you don't want to be around me anymore. I love being around you, and I think that will be enhanced by us having more balanced friendships and activities in our life. Oh, so you're actually trying to improve our relationship. Sorry, I just thought you were blaming me, so I was getting defensive. I understand your reaction, but we're on the same team. Wanting to do something separately doesn't mean I love you any less. I get it now. If you didn't care about this relationship, you wouldn't have brought this up at all. Exactly. It feels like this relationship is taking.
Wow. There's a lot to unpack on that one, don't you think, guys? For one, it's so nice. Like, that's what I've been saying kind of like for a while. Sometimes I feel like a lot of people, when they say things or when they kind of like raise an issue, a lot of people are becoming so defensive. And it's about how you think with another person that was, that you were, that's the one that raising the issue or anything like that. It's how you perceive things in your own head. Like, I feel like a lot of us, even me, I've done this probably all the time because I'm a paranoid person. But I feel like I always have that kind of, when people say something to me, I find it very attacking, like you're gonna attack me. But at the same time, I learn how to change my mentality of, I would put always the benefit of the doubt when they say things, that it's coming from the right place. Unless you're an person that I don't like, or the person that we both don't like each other, then I'll probably won't think twice that you're telling me these things because you want to attack me. But with people that I care, with people that I know love me, whenever they say the stuff that, like criticism, like it's almost like a criticism, those are the things that I feel like I have to go to a place where I would, in my head, it is coming from a good intention, because not everyone can actually have a good communication skills. Not everyone actually choose their words when they're talking to a partner, especially when there's an issue involved in a relationship, in any part of relationship. The one that we've just watched, it's kind of like a boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing, although they're both guys, but like that's kind of like the context. And I really feel like if you are in a relationship, or even if it's not, it's like the same thing as mother and or parent or kids, siblings, your cousins, to anyone. If this is a person that you kind of trust and love, and you pick this person to be in your life, at least, when they say something, when they raise an issue, always kind of like give them the benefit of the doubt that they're coming from a good place. So rather than having into a fight or getting into a fight, you can actually see the other perspective, that your partner is probably what they were thinking of. So when it comes to boundaries and codependency, we always have this stigma. I feel like I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like, when you say codependent, it always feels so bad, especially when we talk about relationships. But the thing is, my relationship is kind of like this, like we depend on each other a lot, and I think if one doesn't do whatever, like our thing our thing is, I feel like it's falling apart. So I think it's not for everyone. I really think that's another part. Pride is becoming more problematic, and everyone think theirs is only exactly. You know what I mean? this is the thing. That's why I really like, in my live stream, I always tell this: agree to disagree. You know, we are not going to talk about who is right. And if you have that kind of mentality, there's a lot of platforms out there, that lot of channels out there that are like that everyone wants to be right. Everyone have opinion now, these days. Everyone does. It's almost like you have to have an opinion on everything. It doesn't matter if you're a streamer, you have your social media, your TikTok, whatever in your head, you put that on your social media. And everyone wants to be right. And I think that's the problem of why we have all this kind of movement and bitter people. Bitter people in the world, because they cannot, everyone wants to be right. It's like, where's the conversation now? Where's the discussion? It's like, that's part of, getting better, is when you're trying to, like, all of our thoughts, all of our experiences, all of it, we can have that kind of information, so we can pick and choose which one we want to implement in our lives. So there's really no right or wrong, unless it's a fact, unless it's a fact. Ayan. Pagdating ba sa love relationship, may boundaries din ba dapat? So in English, guys, when it comes to love relationship, which means your partner, boyfriend, those, should you have boundaries for your partner? That's the question. So I want you also as well to kind of like pitch in on that. For me, I feel like in love relationship, there is, even the small kind of like, you don't think it is a boundary. Because the thing is, when we talk about boundaries, we always think about the kind of like the big or the major boundary. It's not that. It's more of like little things. Like, for example, little things boundaries. Yes. So when you're in a relationship, most of the time, people become, or couples become, so comfortable with each other that, and guys, you do this more often. They would fart wherever, I think sometimes there's this, at least for me, it doesn't matter how long are we in the relationship, I would put a lot of effort not to fart in front of whomever I am with. You know what I'm saying? And if it does come out, it's something that's so emergency that it probably just come out. Like, cause these, you can't control it. You have those things, right? Don't be in denial, guys. But that's what I'm saying. So the thing is, those are simple boundaries, like you cannot do this because, and like small stuff, like not having socks in the bed to sleep or stuff like that. Those are boundaries. Like in Japan, we have so much boundaries. Like if you're American and you marry a Japanese woman, one of the line is don't put or don't use your shoes inside the house. I think that would count as boundary, right? Because it's something that would affect my mentality if you do that. Ayan. Streaming themselves, dancing, drinking, and singing in what? In panties crosses. I kind of like got thrown up with the panty, but streaming themselves, dancing, drinking, and singing in panties crosses my boundary. Like for example, this one, ayan, who asked that question. So my admin asked about this, is there's a love relationship boundaries. Like William Gilbert says, para sa kanya, yung pagsayaw, pag-inom, tapos nagsistream, lahat yan ng nakapanty. So, topless is good, topless is bad. So, what if it's a bikini, William Gilbert? Is that crosses your boundary? Just asking. Ayan. So those are the things that crosses William Gilbert's, boundary. Ganon. Siguro it depends the relation. Yes, definitely. It depends on the relationship. Because that's another thing. That's why you have to really know your partner before getting into anything of a commitment. Because sometimes, those boundaries, you wouldn't know that they're gonna cross it until you actually live with them for a long, long, long time. So I think yes, it depends on relationships. Like for my example, that is not a boundary for other people. Boundaries are you. You create them. You can create any boundaries for you. That's you. That's on you. Not everyone is the same. And also when it comes to love relationship, I think about that there's compromises as well. So your boundaries can be, like it's not gonna happen because you will get to compromise with each other. So yes, it depends on the relationship. So but when it comes to codependency, that's one thing, like it just depends on people, basically on people. And Tonya, yoo-hoo! Ah, the pride of Philippine music. Ayan, to our very, very wonderful voice, guys. Ayan. Let me introduce you, Tonya. Ayan. If you want to listen, hear music and stuff like that, Tonya, she also become a guest of mine, So if you want to check that out, it's replayable as well. Please do watch them, it's on there. Ayan. Tonya! Ayan. William Gilbert is in the house. Thank you, guys. And so, my favorite singer. Yes, right? She's really, really good. Like, sometimes I would, like, see her. Like, every time I would hear, this is how you know if a singer is really, really good. When you hear their voice, but you constantly, like as half Japanese, half Filipina, I'm very, very karaoke cultured gal. So when I hear Tonya's voice, I think I don't sing even by myself for a while. Because I feel like Tonya traumatized me. Because sometimes you would see her just sitting down, like not even kind of like posturing up, just sitting, and then she would hit these high notes out of nothing. It's like, who does that? How? Why? Why not me, But yes, one of those things. So let's gonna check out other stuff as well. But yes, is that answered your question, admin? Did that answer your question? Okay, how about this one? Amazing voice. Yeah, yes, definitely. I hope I have an amazing voice. But I don't. So, that's it. So, how about this one? Let's do this. I am boundaries 101. 101. I am. This is what it says. So let's see more examples of boundaries.
If I'm telling you how I feel and you make it seem like we're arguing, I'm not telling you how I feel anymore. If I'm telling you how I feel and you make it seem like we're arguing, I'm not telling you how I feel anymore. If I'm telling you how I feel and you make it seem like we're arguing, I'm not telling you how I feel anymore.
Okay. I get so confused. What's the point? Okay. So, let's see the comment section. What do they say? I don't think I understand anything. What's the point? So let's see. From Codlin. So my husband used to do this and we had a breakthrough when I was at my breaking point and he has changed his behavior. The ones that truly love change. Also, it's all about relationships. So, so basically, just the first one earlier, I guess it's kind of like explaining. They're explaining how boundaries work. It's not about you saying what you feel, but basically what you feel and then telling. So it's an ultimatum. So what's the difference between ultimatum in this sense to boundaries? Is it the same thing? I wonder now, I didn't really think about this as like that, So, kaya pinaulit-ulit mo, hirap nyo mag-gets. Yes. I didn't get it at first. It's like playing on words. Guys, I'm not, I'm not native in English language. So, I have to understand, I have to like try to get it. It's like, what does it mean? Oh, so maybe it's correlating. Because when it comes to boundaries, I just really think these are the kind of like the rules or at least the guidelines you put to yourself and to other people that they wouldn't cross. But I didn't thought about it as like, when you hear ultimatum, it feels like the way our first video and this one seems to be correlated is it's almost like that's how you say it. This is now like the words that you choose kind of like, so it's almost like setting up how to put boundaries is maybe set up how to put ultimatum to people. O, diba? Kaloka. Ganon. So I think that's another part of what it's kind of like, how it's going to be. But I don't think like ultimatum, and if you're a guy watching this, let me know if this is as well how you feel. Because I know it's very, very popular that a lot of us girls, women, loves to do ultimatum. It's kind of like a stereotypical around guys that I keep hearing is that we love doing that. We women love doing ultimatum. So I feel like there's a side of guys that I've kind of like understand, comprehend, and kind of like empathize what it meant to them is when as a woman, you said something, an ultimatum to a guy. It doesn't really matter for a guy if that's what he wants to choose, depending on what kind of ultimatum you gave as a woman. But they would choose the one that they know would hurt you and piss you off just because that's what it is. But it doesn't mean that's what they really want to pick. So, if you're a woman and you want to give an ultimatum, be prepared that he might choose the other one. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that. I think, in a sense, it's not about, being right or being wrong. It's just about, understanding that man works like that mentally and they don't really like ultimatums. So at least for a woman who wants to have a good partner, I kind of want to understand that. And now that I do, I don't do that. I just don't do that. And what is that, diba? So there's a lot of comments. And I wonder if I should also like share the comments with you guys so you know that I'm just reading those, because some of you might think like this is me. No, sometimes I'm just reading comments as well to you guys. But I'm going to try to find a way of how to do that, in kind of like spontaneous way as well while I'm reading those things. Ayan. I don't know what's the other one. What's the wavy thing? Ayan. No, I don't approach it this way. I love engaging in my problems and addressing my issues. I feel like people who avoid problems and not confronting them are making yourselves weaker. Okay, we're gonna explore that opinion. So the thing is, like, so I think you're going back to the questions you have, that avoiding conflicts. For me, I see it we do have problems. Every one of us. We can create one if you want. If you don't want problem right now, create one in your head. You're gonna have a problem. But don't do that, But anyways, what I'm saying is, we have problems. And when you engage on those problems, the question is for me, and this is my opinion, is like, is it something that I could do and fix my own issues without affecting other people? And I think this comes down to me being also half Japanese. I don't like bothering people. It doesn't matter if you're a family or a close friend or a stranger. It just doesn't work right in my head. So for me, having conflicts and confrontation, it depends on of what kind of outcome I want it to be. Now, if I don't like you and you're kind of like doing something behind my back, well, expect that I would confront you, But if it's something so petty for me, like super petty, that I feel like if I do, like have a conflict with you and confront you, it's for me, it's a waste of time, then I won't do it. Why would I do it? Why would I put and exert an effort on something that is not worth my time, in my own opinion? So that's what I'm saying. But if that's what you think it is and it's working, that's really good as well, because it's really true that you have to not avoid your problems and you have to kind of fix it. But at the same time, and this is what I'm talking about when we talk about boundaries, I feel like when you have problems, you have to put a boundary for yourself that you're not going to linger on that. Because a lot of people, I feel like when they are stressed, when they have problems, they want to fix it so bad that they would linger on it for the whole day. And because they're so stressed, they're affecting other people around them that has nothing to do with their problem, So it's like, those are the things that I feel like you should also kind of like think about when you're doing these things, because not everyone wants to be confronted. But there are certain situations that you have to confront people, especially if they're doing bad stuff, that would affect your life kind of thing. But it all depends on what you can do and what you can actually, because a lot of it has consequences. There's also a lot of risk. So kind of like pick and choose which risk and consequences you're willing to take. That's what I mean. But if you don't like the person, how do you think that your issues with that person will improve? Well, it depends. If it's such a good friend, like if it's a good friend of mine and we have a conflict, we have issues, of course I'll tell it. I don't shy away with conflicts. But what I'm saying is for example, in this live stream, if I have a guest and we have like a heated debate or, stuff like that, I wouldn't take it personally, because I told you guys, this live stream is, you can agree to disagree. There's no right or wrong here. We're just talking about different experiences, life stories, etc., etc. Now, if there's something that I have an issue with a person, if I don't like you, I probably won't talk to you, But if there is something that I think needed, and it could be mended or mendable, is that a word? I don't know. But if it's fixable, then I would confront it. But if I think in my head it's a lost cause, and for one, it just gonna get my life better, because if you heard of toxic people, there are out there. So, it depends on the situation, personally. That's what I think. It's like my friend before. Ano yon? Sige, kwento mo kung gusto mong ikwento. What's your friend look like? Ayan. Ano yon? Sige, labas mo yan, admin. Let's see. While my admin is telling a story, you guys, let's see what else can we do. Ayan. Ayan. Alam mo na yun. Ganun pala yun. Yes, and friends as well, especially with friends. You know, I think when it comes to friendship, and this, I don't know if you're kind of like a type of person that when you become super close to a certain person, then you're basically more invested on a friend than on a partner or anything like that. But when it comes to friend, also boundaries I think are very important, you know, because there are things that sometimes really, really make the relationship gets to a bad start or even like kind of like that. And I hate everyone. You hate everyone. Good for you, JJ's in the house, guys. Thank you, JJ. Wow, how have you been? I think I've learned a pronunciation that's good, you know. JJ, when it comes to Scottish pronunciation. There's one that I remember specifically, and I was like waiting for a moment that you would come so I can tell you and you tell me that I'm correct. Ganon. What if, according to the other person's opinion, you're that one who's causing problems and you're the one who's making everything worse? Well, the thing is, if that's the other person's mentality, I think that's where, you know, like what I've said, and I think William Gilbert is what's saying, he's also saying this earlier, is like everyone's, you know, like wanted to be right. It's about you having self-awareness to yourself. You know, if you yourself think that you actually did bad and you want to know, you're a type of person like, okay, let's hear it out, then you're going to give it time, you know. Then you basically, for me, that's what I do. So why am I bad to you? Why am I these things to you? You know, stuff like that. That's what I do personally. But I think if he or she couldn't prove anything that I've done is wrong, and I would ask this to people, you know, like sometimes normal people that has nothing to do with it, I'm going to ask these questions. And if they think that, you know, the other person is right and I'm wrong, I would gladly accept that I was wrong. But that's where self-awareness, you know, and being delusional comes into place, because as much as who is right and who is wrong, if there's two people in conflict, you know, doesn't know themselves and one is delusional, then it's a lost cause. And that's what I'm saying. If I am dealing with a person who is, I think, is delusional, and to a lot of people are delusional, I'm not going to waste my time doing anything because, you know, he's or she is attacking me based on his or her delusional ideas. That's a waste of time for me. I wouldn't and couldn't change his or her perspective towards me because he or she is delusional. And that's why we talk about these things in my live stream, because this is a good skill to have to spot the differences on people, you know. Let's get mentally fit. Diba? Ayan. And sorry, it's been a long time. It's okay, JJ. Of course, you have your stuff to do, you know. It's fine, guys. It's fine, you know. As long as you're here now, everything is cool. Diba? Ayan. And what did I think I've missed something. Did I miss something? And toxic topics. And no. Because the thing is, boundaries. I was actually thinking, is there anybody that would come up with an opinion that boundaries is bad? Because I was like thinking boundaries are good, you know. And then it comes down to toxic people. I think it's because a lot of them are, you know, like they're becoming more and more and more and more. You know, depending on who you ask, everyone's toxic. So, yes, we attract what we project. That's actually also true. But, you know, there are certain things that I feel like there's something that, you know, because they have also a saying, you attract the opposite, right? Because I feel like at this point of my life, I'm a very positive person. I feel like, you know, I'm not saying 100%, you know, step by step, you know, things I'm changing mentally and stuff like that. I'm not going to be creepily super positive, you know, I'm still realistic, you know, in a way balanced. But what I'm saying is, when you kind of like positive, I feel like you're going to attract more positive people around you, right? But there's a phase where I feel like I attract toxic people. I'm not toxic. What's happening? And then, you know, sometimes and then life happens and then you notice that, you know, like this person is actually very grateful because you influence them. So it's kind of like a vice versa thing. You know, you kind of like some people would come to your life out of nowhere because there's a reason. It's always nice to think of that in the back of your head that whatever happens, there's always a reason, you know. But yeah, just to kind of like explore that, you know, we attract what we project. And I have been okay playing video games and streaming on Twitch as well as looking for jobs. Ooh, I didn't know you're streaming on Twitch. Ayan, you should have told me. Diba? I put time to do that. I actually rarely have no time like trying to like look up my favorite TV shows and stuff like that. I actually just finished one of my, how do you call that? Like 15 years of TV show that I've been into, super like really focused on. I just finished it, I think, last night. And it was finished like a long time ago. Ayan. Why broke heart? Sir William Gilbert. Yes, why with the broken heart? Why? Let us make you feel better, William. What is it? I'm a gamer also, admin. Diba? Do you ever wonder if you're actually the delusional one? Of course. Especially when we have that kind of talk. Is it last week, admin, the delusional? O, diba? Nakalimutan na kung kailan yun. We have a live stream about being delusional. And there's like symptoms, you know, like there's a list of these things. If you think like this, you're a delusional or something like that. If you have one or two more of these symptoms, then you're a delusional disorder. But of course, like the thing is, I've been talking about this, like, why I feel like I'm a good friend. I ask this. I think I've even asked this you guys about this, guys. But I actually ask myself if I'm delusional that I'm a good friend. Because if I'm a good friend, why don't I have my friends now? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think like that. Maybe it's really me. Maybe I am really bad. You know, let's talk. And then I started to talk to people, you know, like, am I a good friend or like that, you know, like be real with me. So yes, of course, at some point, I think you're a normal person and you're probably sane. This is probably one factor. Because if you're really delusional, you probably wouldn't ask yourself if you're delusional. You know what I'm saying? You know where's the kind of twist and kind of like mind fuck it is like that. And I'm too honest. I'll ask if you're a psychiatrist, practitioner, counselor, or therapist. Which means, and wow, that's nice. Yes, my admin is in love with Mobile Legend, guys. So if you're a Mobile Legend player, like talk to my admin. Be part of, I don't know if that's a group or thing. I just felt like I've never played the game. I'm more on a console and PC gaming. Ayan. Yes, boss. Ayan. We are all the star in our own soap opera from JJ. Yes, but too much of that would put you in narcissistic disorder, supposedly. But guys, this is all kind of like, like disclaimer, guys, because these are all kind of like articles. We're just trying to kind of like share awareness on different mental health disorders and stuff like that, because you have to build a strong mentality. Ayan. So what's with William? Ayan. Is it too private, you don't want to tell us? Is that the deal? Ayan. And maybe the reason why you don't have friends is because you're not proactive in forging and making relationships. No, when I say I don't have friends, it's not like zero, okay? I do have friends, but they're in the Philippines. Those are like long time, like childhood friends, Those are like, whether we see each other or we don't, they're always going to be there. It's like kind of like a solid thing. But what I'm talking about is like making new friends is kind of hard. That's what I'm saying. And I think I'm not proactive. I know what I kind of like lack. And that's why I think at first I tried to do those things that you're supposed to do to make friends. But at the same time, I'm just really the type of person that I rarely go out. Like, I'm not a type of girlfriend who would always go grab a cup of tea. I like being home if I have time. I like spending time with my family if I have free time. I like doing those things. So if you're not gonna visit me, or we're not gonna set up something specific, or it's not gonna be as spontaneous like let's go out tonight, if you're not that type of person, you're not gonna get along with me, because I'm that type of person. And sometimes I wouldn't talk to you for a long time because I was busy. And if you think of it as a bad thing, then for me, it's kind of like that's my boundaries. Like, like kind of like, why are you like that? Why are you making argument or conflict with that? We have lives to spend individually, kind of thing. So I know not everyone is like that, guys. So I'm not telling you guys to be like that. Don't. I'm just saying I know who I am, and I'm not going to kind of like change myself for someone. But, like as long as I'm not hurting anybody, I don't think I have to change who I am. I know what I like. I know what I appreciate. And if you're the type of people that I'm being friends with on YouTube, there's actually more out there. I actually make more friends online now than in real life. And I think it's because, like I get to find level-minded people, like think like me at the same time online than in reality, Ayan. No getting alone with you. What about getting along with them? Of course. Like I've always said, just depend on people around me. Like it doesn't matter if I'm bored or I'm not happy. If I say I'm coming, I'll make sure that I would adjust to whatever is expected of me. But the thing is, you kind of like, I feel time pass, and it's just you kind of realize that it's not about how many friends will you have. It's more of how much of a quality of friends you actually have. And for me, it's not about, getting along with them in a way where you're trying to fake something or you're trying to pretend you're something. It's more of like, you understand each other's weaknesses. It's what's more important for me. And if you're a friend like that, because I'm a friend like that, then we're really good. Like, I'm going to keep you. But if it's not like that, I'm not going to put too much effort on something that I know I'm going to have to struggle because I cannot keep up. So it's part of like what I could take and what I can give. Good evening, IC. Mike, everyday part of life. Welcome, welcome. Good morning to you. How you doing? Do you have your coffee? And get your coffee and have a chit chat with me till there's more time. Everyday part of life is also a streamer, a shorts creator, guys. So everyday part of life, you guys, if you want to come talk to me, if you want to be a panel or something, like have a discussion with me, let me know and admin will drop the link for this stream. Yeah, we can have an open panel if you want, guys. I don't have any friends, just family, co-workers, business partners, hookups. Ooh, hookups. I like that word. Oh, good for you. Good for you, William. Do that. Have fun. I don't think I need to change who I am. Yes, exactly. Because I think there would come a time in your life where authenticity is going to be more important than all these superficial things. But also, I get a lot of people who are more on the status side. How are they going to be ranked in the society more than, those quality of things that you can actually. It depends on different people. But for me, I value more, what kind of like how much of me can I give and how much of it are fake. And I don't like being fake. I don't like pretending. I don't like trying to hide who I am. I don't like being awkward, uncomfortable. I think life is too short to kind of like stress yourself to be something you're not. Because I know even how much shitty of an attitude you have, you're gonna have a group somewhere out there that would understand your quirkiness, your rudeness. There's always going to be a group of people that would accept you for who you are. So depending on what lane you want, there's always going to be someone out there. So I don't think you have to change who you are depending on what kind of life you want it to have and what kind of like you're having right now. So yes, friends equals to people that would miss me if I'm gone. Yeah, sometimes I wonder that, like, how much people would talk to me. I guess people would talk to me good now. Because sometimes the hypocrisy sometimes the hypocrisy sometimes of when people are dead, all you could think of saying good things. Like, you don't say bad things. I always wonder what's up with that. But yeah, it's just kind of like a thing in my head. How do you expect to understand each other's weaknesses if you don't spend time together? That's just what I said earlier. Like, spend more time with a person, especially if you want it to be something else. If you want to be friendship, you have to spend time more until, it doesn't click. Ayun. I'm here. I want to be your friend. William Gilbert from admin. Yes, guys, be our friend. Be a friend of IC Fit, guys. William, the reason why you don't have friends is because you're occupied on your stupid games. The language, 100% true. Language. When you talk to each other, guys, always kind of like find ways to kind of like, even if you don't share the same perspective with each other, always try to kind of like just be yourself, although try to at least be not rude with each other or don't disrespect each other, kind of thing. Even though you don't respect their perspective, don't do that, because I think we just have to stay kind of like, these are discussions, we're still people. Treat each other with the same way you want them to treat you, kind of way. Okay? I am. But I'm not angry at all, okay, guys? I'm good. And if I'm rude, well, that's your problem, guys, because this is my live stream. Okay, guys. Friends on the same page is always good. Keeps the mind calm. Yes, and I don't really mind. Like, if I have friends that don't think like me, I don't mind. As long as they're cool, they have a, character that I like, I don't mind them being so different from me. Because for me, it's almost like I can get a different perspective from this girl, because I'm not like her, type of things like that. So if she's the same thought or she has the same mentality as me, I would assume she would think of me the same way. So that's kind of like how I kind of like view life. Sometimes you just want to treat the other person the way you want to be treated. So at the same time, if you're a person that I don't like, I don't really care if you treat me bad or what. So, those things. I don't play any games. Yes. So I play games 100% true. And maybe that's another part. Maybe that's a part of why I don't have friends, because I play stupid games. 100% true. I see. It was very open when we were hanging out in, wow, that's kind of like so kinky when you say that. Ayan. And ano ba yun? It's okay if you don't play any games, William Gilbert. And hi, William from Brett Class. So I'm out and have fun in this delusion. That is just my opinion, but respect yours. I'm truly sorry. Ayan. Why sorry? Why? Ayan. Did 100% true. don't it's fine, William Gilbert, it's fine, you're all good. And please come back if you have time. And thank you for your time, William. I do appreciate that. And please do join us with our discussion as well next time. You're always welcome. You don't disrespect anyone. Don't you guys don't disrespect anyone. I'm just trying to say these things just when it happens. I hope it doesn't, kind of thing. But, And hi, Brett! Ayan. And hi, Mike! Ayan. Thank you to you guys. So let's do one more. Ayan. How about this one? Oh, this is 3 minutes. Should we do it, guys? Okay, this one. Because this one is actually like admin asked earlier, guys. And if you want to say something as well, if you have any opinion about this, how about in relationship with your partner, loved one, like your husband or your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend? Is it a must or is it recommended to have also or set boundaries for your partner? Is it a thing with you guys? Do you think it's healthy? Do you think it's not healthy? Do you think it's necessary? That is the question. So if you want to pitch in to admin's question, please do that in the live chat while we watch this. This one, it says, what are some boundaries you set in your relationship? So there's a girl talking in this one. So let's see if there's something.
Repeat.
Okay. Let's try this one, you guys. Okay. But first of all, let's do a quick break and then I'll come back. Okay, guys. Just a quick break. I'm back. I meant that Icy was honest. It's alright, Daniel. I'm just playing with you. Diba? Naglalaro lang ako, guys. I'm just playing. Yes. So, let's do this. Let's see. Oh, sorry. It's not ready yet. Ayan. So, let's do this one.
After me. Let's get something straight here. I am not being rude when I stand up for myself in the face of your disrespect. I am entitled to call you out on your offensive behavior when it harms me. I have the right to.
See, this is another one, guys. So we also talk about entitlement, right? So there's a lot of keywords right here. Like, I kind of like how he put it like that. So let's watch more. So just remember, the entitlement, the big words that are keep popping up. Let's put that into consideration.
Protest your sarcasm, destructive criticism, or unfair treatment. I have the right to assert my boundaries, whatever those boundaries may be. I also have the right to feel angry about you violating my boundaries and express that anger non-abusively. I have.
Hold on, guys. There's so much to kind of like, because I keep thinking like it's always like see, this is the thing that I'm talking about. It's like when you say something is the choices of words you use when you are trying to put a message out there. And when I don't know if you feel it the same way as I'm feeling when I'm, like listening to this. It's almost like at first, I hope there's more. But right now, I'm just saying it's almost like it's kind of like an attack kind of thing. Like it's all about me, entitled kind of thing. So this is the thing that I feel like we have to kind of like really understand what's the difference between earlier. There's a meaning. There's kind of like I've shown you something where they kind of talked about it. And as I can understand it, it's almost like an ultimatum. Now it's a part of boundaries where it's because, the other person is doing something that's harming you. Now we're talking about the harm, the non-abusively anger thing going on. And it's almost kind of like we're walking now into like a different way, but I think we have to kind of hear this out because what does boundary mean? We're trying to figure out for everyone. There's a lot of eyes in that. See, that's what I mean. So I'm not feeling crazy. I feel like I'm getting crazy. It's so nice that you actually felt that as well. She sounds so aggressive. Right. And that's what I mean. Like when you're trying, especially when you're a live streamer, a TikTok creator, anything, even just a normal social communication to people around you, I just really feel like the choices of words are very important. And you have to understand that, So, and red flags there, run away. Right? Really? She has a right to confront you when she's angry? Really? Well, I guess as a man, I have a right to physically defend myself when she threatens me. How about that? So that's what I'm saying. The choices of words that I'm telling you all the time, guys. You have to pay attention and, get that skills to actually choose your words when you talk, especially when you're trying to put your opinions out there. And that's why I'm trying to kind of like build up that skills as well for you guys as well. So I don't come up like super aggressive to you guys when all I want to do is kind of share different opinions and perspectives. And of course, my admin, ayan, from Filipino perspective, guys. She is saying, parang galit lang siya, which means, is she angry? Is she mad? Yeah, so that's what I mean. You have to have those skills. A man who raises his hands to a woman is no man at all. Ah, diba? Ayan, nice debate going on down there. Ayan. So, let's watch more of this.
The right to reject your unsolicited opinion, advice, or feedback on matters that do not concern you. If you
Okay, I want to stop this one. Because when I just wanted to clear this in my head, because as I've said, I'm not native in English. And, you know, when you say unsolicited advice, is it something that, you know, out of nowhere, a person basically gives you advice, but you're not saying anything? Like you're not sharing anything to this person, and then they would say something to you out of nowhere. Is that what it meant? Because if that's the case, then yeah, I think that's really, really negative. But if you're saying something of your problem and then a person, you know, like react on what you just said, and you take it as unsolicited advice, I think that's BS because you're sharing something. So I don't know what it really oh, diba, Bisaya, it really meant, but that's another thing that I'm kind of like confused when it comes to English. Ayan. And hi JJ from Brett Glasso, and thank you. Hold on guys. She's way too vague. It sounds as if anything could be crossing her boundaries when she finds it inconvenient. And yes, exactly. There's a lot like this, you know? And sometimes I always wonder, like, sometimes when I talk about these little social issues and characteristics, in my head, I always ask myself, am I like that? Am I like this? Am I like that? Because sometimes I really want to be, look, I want to show you that I'm saying these things. I'm putting my opinions out there, not because I think these are right. I'm saying it as how I see it, you know, and on the way, you know, as this channel, Life Journey channel goes on, my opinions will change as so are you guys. Your opinions now then is changed now. It probably could change. If it doesn't, then something is wrong with you. But what I'm saying is, you know, like, it's just sometimes it's really, really weird that a lot of people would pick and choose. Like, pick and choose of, like, there's an instance of like traditional. I've had this conversation because of a video I've uploaded, and the traditional woman is like, what is traditional woman to you? And I feel like, you know, some people would answer me that question not thinking that traditional means to that culture, but you're putting your culture in this culture that has nothing to do with each other. So you basically pick and choose what traditional means to you. So those type of things that sometimes I feel like, you know, like we have to understand, you know, when it comes to opinions, when it comes to, you know, our boundaries, people are different. Like, you can set as many boundaries you want in your life, but you have to understand every boundaries you put, there's always a consequence in there. There's always a risk. And it's always not going to be what you wanted. It's not always going to be, why do you put those boundaries in the first place? You know, because there's another person involved in it. So you have to also accept those things, not just putting them. And then when you put those boundaries, it's, you know, it's somebody crosses it. But at the same time, it's such a bullshit. Then those things. So this must be a single woman. It's how she comes across. Ooh, nice observation. I don't know. I'm just clicking like randomly. Like, I put hashtag boundaries and I'm just, you know, randomly picking them out. Ayan. And of course, Servo Survivor. I am mega mega love shout out and good morning to you all the way from US of A. Let's welcome Servo in the house. Guys, if you're wondering who he is, we also had a live stream with 100% true. And also if you want to know who is 100% true, please do watch our live stream. Loving yourself. I am. That's the title of our live stream. The only boundary I set is don't spend more than we have. Oh, that's so nice. That's actually a good boundary, or kind of like how do you call that? Like a memo thing to yourself. Like, how do they say, like a mantra? Is it mantra? Did I use that word correctly? But yes, so that's another thing. So see, that's another thing for everyday part of life. That's what boundary means to him, and that's what he's setting constantly in his life. And that's what I mean when we talk about boundaries, is that these are the things that no one can cross, even you. You know, when you reach that part, like even you cannot cross that part, I think you did good. Ayan. Admin! Ayan. When are you coming to Japan? You are breaking my boundaries of trust. Diba? Ayan. Lee is in the house. And mega love shout out Lee from admin. So let's continue doing this, guys.
You choose to subject me to your poor behavior, I have the right to completely disengage from you and remove you from my life permanently. If you've struggled to find the words to say to stand up for yourself, please take mine. Send this to someone who needs to hear this today. Repeat after.
I was actually, why am I pausing it kind of earlier? I was like thinking, oh, maybe she's a mother and she's talking to her kid. Because now I kind of like understand. It seems like she's talking to a kid. Like, I feel like, we have to watch it again, because I feel like, when you talk like this in the tone, and then you're like, I have the right to defend myself, blah, 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 blah. This is kind of like how you talk to your kids. No one needs a person like this or her advice. Yes. So this is what it means when unsolicited advice. Is that what it is? You kind of like, is this an unsolicited advice? Is that what it meant? Ayan. But yes. So that's the end. Remove you from my life. What does she think she is? Tell her my six-pack is complete. Ayan. So for everyone, guys, ayan, Lee's six-pack is complete. Ayan. That's what he said. So that's another thing. So when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to boundaries, I think it also becomes really overused as well, that a lot of people are using it and exploiting the word. That's kind of like how I felt about it. Like, in this regard, there's a lot of this. Like this. It's the same as finding a partner. This. So many. And it's like, my only question is, do you even do that? Like, your boundaries, do you do that to somebody else? Because if you do, then I have the right to tell you that you cannot do that boundary. Diba? Ayan. She said, I'm coming on summer. Yes, hopefully, guys. Ayan. 6-pack of beer. Diba? From JJ Lee. Ayan, imagine the mystery of her husband. Oh my God. Well, we don't know that, guys. Okay, we don't know that. It's a random video. I don't know anything about her. I don't know if what's the context of this, and that's why I kind of like don't like this short stuff, because sometimes you're gonna get lost in translation. So another thing that a lot of people usually does is over exaggerate stuff, or at least, there's this and then the context becomes different, because, what I'm saying, guys, okay? Ayan, don't get me started with that part. 6-pack of pure delusion. Oh my God, Lee. Ayan. But Lee, just keep doing what you're doing. I know you also see your progress. I do see the progress, but you just have to continue it and it become like really a lifestyle from now till the end of time. Ganon. Diba? It would always be nice. It's like also like, how about you guys? Like, come on, before we end this live stream, if you are okay with telling us, because it would be fine, like setting like knowing your boundaries are, like, are you the type of like, do you have, like, for yourself right now, like, are you listening? Everyone, listen, okay? Everyone, think about this right now. Do you have something in any particular relationship you have in your life that you put or set in your life that no one ever crosses, and if somebody did, you deal with it? Like, is there something of that rule, a boundary that you set that nobody ever crosses, and if they did, you deal with it? What are yours? I did 2 times, guys, so you can think about it and then answer me right now. Ayan. And what progress have you seen, I see? Well, what progress? Do you want me to tell you what progress? Lee, you should, I'll wait for the answer of my question earlier, but you should be part of our Mr. March challenge. You should take a part of it, Lee. Like, I'll put all the information that you needed, because tomorrow, that your challenge for March, so our search for Mr., Mrs., or Miss March is still ongoing. So if you want to join in that and you want me to assess you online as a personal trainer, please do join that entry, that March challenge thing. So please do subscribe to this channel so you know exactly when is that March challenge coming up, because it's all new. It's something that you should try, and then send me your videos. Why are you late, Lee? Diba? From admin. Lol. You should check out Sydney Watson. She does content about such people's videos. You should send me one video that you think I should react on, JJ, because I've been doing that as of lately. So let me know, you guys. Send me videos that you want me to react on. I would appreciate it if you did. I was on my daily 7-kilometer walk. Wow, good for you. Good job. I only had a 6-pack of pineapple. Yes, Daniel is really in love with pineapple juice. And also, guys, if you're a single woman, Daniel is single. So, there's a lot of single men in here if you're looking for them, like gals and guys, diba? Let me know. Don't lie to me. Who's lying to you, Servo? Are you sure this is where you're supposed to be sending that message? Ayan. And Lee, do you have another horrible date story that you'd like to tell us about? Oh my God. Ooh. Sorry, guys. I can't. I'm crackling in here. Daniel. Okay, you watch Sydney? I am from Felipe G. Yes, Lee. Please join Mr. March. Yes, admin. I will send him. And Lee, do this. Do this for us. Do this for Icy Fit viewers that wanted to see you do the March challenge. Well, everyone keeps saying my face looks slim and can fit Ally slim shirts. Ali, fit my shirts. What? My boundary. Oh, okay. My boundary is just don't lie. So basically, people that lie to you, that's your boundary. And if they did, how about the small lies? Like how much of a big lie it should be to cross your boundary? Okay, we get negotiating in here, Ayan. I've been on Icy's dating show. It's a scam. How if it is a scam? You didn't even win that dating show. So why is it a scam? If you didn't win, you didn't get anything. Pretty simple. Oh, diba? Yes, it's pretty simple, but lying for some people can be really, really hard to resist. Or I guess more of don't break my trust. Yeah, I think everyone. No, but the thing is, that's what I mean. So, like, for example, in that simple boundary of yours, right, Servo, like, don't break your trust. But there are people out there that even if their trust is broken, they're still going to be together. And that's why I'm asking you guys the question of something that no one ever crosses. And if they did, you deal with it, So that's why I'm kind of trying to like understand that I am. So, not here, JJ, on my DM. Because I won't see this again later. Ayan. TikTok and mental illness factory, and we're in an epidemic. Yes. You know what, guys? I know there's a lot of educational TikTok content creator, and there's a lot of art. Like, there's a lot of, at some point, I kind of look into it, research about what's going on TikTok. And there's actually a lot of TikTok creator that I've seen that are really talented, But at the same time, majority is the most followers they have is I don't even understand. There's one that kind of blew up my mind. I've seen this what's the name of that? There's one that I've been watching. I don't remember the channel, but basically all he does is roast those TikTok creators, right? So the thing is with TikTok, it's so this woman who just what she does is basically smiling, almost taking a video of herself on a selfie mode in front of the mirror, and that's pretty much it. And she has the most followers. I don't understand. It's I just don't. But in a sense, in a way, I also watch something about Belle Delphine and how it is the demography of teenage boys, and how the gimmick is. It makes sense, but in a long run, I don't think so, Anyways, Ayan. 100%, that's a dangerous trip, but very productive. Ayan. Let's plan a trip to Philippines together. Why is it dangerous? It's not dangerous trip. You can you're gonna have guides in there because they would answer to me. My admin is there if you want to come to the Philippines, but you have to be good boys because you have to deal with me. And even if I live in Japan, anyways, guys, what are you saying, guys? All the girls were guys, but one girl. How does that work? What? all the girls were guys. I don't get it. But one girl, how does that work? I don't know what you're getting into, Lee. Damn! Everything is dangerous to you. I am from 100% true. Ayan. TikTok is for the simple-minded. I watch comedy stuff and fitness stuff on TikTok when I actually had one. Yes, like, I think it's, there's our good shorts, like reels, content creator. It's even like with fitness, it's kind of like nice for us fitness when it comes to shorts, because especially if you're good at editing, you'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. But when it comes to talking about, those what is trending, those are the things. Like, I swear, bless the heart and soul of people can do this, because I couldn't. I've tried. It's not for me. So I think it's just what it is. It's like, not all things are for people. It's like it's not yours. So, but you aren't getting the results that you desire by staying in Japan. Well, 100% trust a point, Lee. So what you gonna say about that? Your dating show. Oh. What? You didn't win the dating show. Lee, date me on my birthday. Oh, there you go, Lee. There you go. What you gonna answer with that, Lee? I am true 100%. Japan is not good for dating, but I'm kind of over dating. I'm just focused on my health and my six-pack. Okay, ayan. Anyways, Madam Wailami, mega, 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 mwah, love shout out to you. So we only had got to do 3 of them, guys. But yes, we have at least 2 minutes of you guys to rant everything what you want. What are your stresses since, and that's where we're going to end this live stream, guys. Ayan. Black Gamer, Romainer, come on, brah. The ladies in Brazil are waiting for us. Ayan. And I'm trying to find a fitness Japanese waifu. So I'll be there at some point. We'll have to train together at some point then, I see. Yes, find a fitness Japanese waifu. There you go. Ayan. And yes, it's going to be a pleasure of mine to train with you guys as well. Admin, okay. I'll take you to a nice place. No, Lee, it's going to be virtual because we're going to have an admin day on my admin's birthday. It's going to be, we're trying to set it up because it's going to be Monday. So, if you're not subscribed, if you're not turned on all notifications, turn it on. It's just one click, you guys. Turn it on. And then basically, I'm going to update you if on the 10th of April, we're going to do the admin day. So all of you guys, if you know my admin and you want to appreciate her and you want to greet her happy birthday and you also want to send, gratitude and appreciation, please come on that day. We'll be waiting. We'll be celebrating, probably in a way I'll let you a little glimpse of how Filipino kind of celebrate their birthdays. And I'll kind of tell you stories about how kind of birthdays are different from the cultures that I have been in. So we're going to talk about that. And if you have stories about it, please do, join us on 10th of the April. Ayan. Thailand! Although a lot of black men are there already, it's the spot for the brothers. Ayan. I think it's a spot for everyone. Not just for black people. A lot. Australian go there as well. Japanese, a lot of Japanese retire in Thailand. Oh my God. That's a lot of them. My birthday is on live stream. Virtual? What? Ayan. And Lee, so you're down for Thailand? Let's make it happen. Ooh, 100% true. So excited to get out of Korea. Ayan. But guys, I do recommend everyone, if you have the opportunity, you guys, please do check out other countries. If you cannot do other countries, check out the places you have in your own country. It's gonna open your mind, it's gonna kind of like make your life better. Just trust me, just do it. Be safe though out there. And this is where we are going to end our live stream. But guys, please do watch out my March challenge. It's going to be a different one. The lighting will be a little off, but if you are ready to work out with me, it's kind of like it's set up as a lesson kind of thing. I'm going to teach you how to do it. If you want to lose fat and build stamina, especially for the boys out there that are single and wanted to mingle, please do. Please do. This is for building stamina for you guys as well. So please do check that out once I uploaded it. So stay tuned on this channel because I'm going to upload it. And you can also video yourself while doing my challenge. Train with me. And I'll be having on April 1st, I'll be having and announcing the Miss or Mrs. March. So please stay tuned with that as well next Saturday. And the Osho! Welcome. Thank you for coming again. Ayan. Many Swedish people go to Thailand. See? Swedish as well. It's a hot spot, you guys. Thailand. It's a beautiful place. One of the places I want to go as well. And thanks, Icy. We'll write you later. Thank you. And hi, Osho from Brett. But guys, thank you so much for all of you guys. I know I didn't get a lot of conversation and information about boundaries, but I just kind of wanted it to be top of our head thoughts, not thinking too much about it or kind of giving you all the scientific details, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna do a part 2 of this. So if you have anything that you kind of want to add or kind of want to react on, please do follow me on my social media, everywhere. And if you want to be a guest of mine as well, please do, because there's people that I kind of waiting as well to answer me back. So please do let me know your answer on my social media. And thanks, great live. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, Mike. Thank you for coming. I do like talking to you guys. I really do appreciate you coming here every Saturday. You are basically, as I've said earlier, I don't make friends, but you guys, I feel you guys really is one of the highlights of my weekend. So thank you for being a highlight of my weekend. And I hope I do give you something as well, something that kind of brings something on your life, because that's what we all have. Thanks, Icy. Interesting topic. Yes, I know that's why we can do more of this, because there's a lot more to unpack about this word. And I think it's very important that we find the realistic approach of our own boundaries to ourselves. And 100% true as well. Thank you for coming. Thank you. And enjoy your upcoming travel with Lee. Ayan. Thank you. And please let Abby know if you want to go to the Philippines. She can probably help you out there as well. So thank you so much, guys, to my BFF, to all the people who are viewing this live stream, even after the live, people who replay this live stream. I do appreciate all of you. And please do share this live stream. And if you think this is something that your friends or someone that would like, please share this to them as well. It would help me and my algorithm as well. It would mean a lot to me. And to all my fellow YouTubers, fellow streamers, you're always welcome to be a panel in here. And if you want to be hot sit with me, one-on-one only, please let me know as well beforehand so we can set it up. You're always welcome in ICFit, because dahil sa channel na ito, kayo BIDA! Bye-bye, guys. Love you all. Ciao. Oyasumi. Otsukare-sama deshita. Ciao. Bye-bye. Mwah. Bye!
Wow! Congratulations! Wow! Congratulations!